My goodness, it is a wet one out there. We do have a 10 weather impact alert for you this morning. Thankfully, that rain is the first round of rain moving out. Potentially more, though, on the way. We give you a live look at the radar this morning. Look at that. You know, we woke up to that heavy rain. We're getting a break right now. So thank goodness for that. We do have team coverage for you, though, this morning because we do continue to track flooding due to all of that rain.
And 10 TV News reporter Marcia Augustin is in Pataskala tracking the flooding there. She showed us one scene earlier. We'll check in with her. Brianna is watching how the rain can affect the commute. Let's first, though, check in with 10 weather impact meteorologist Justin Gertz. The first look at that forecast.
Yeah, as you're heading out this morning, stay alert for those flooded roads, even though the heaviest rain is pushing off toward the east and is done in the Columbus area, aside from a few more showers, but that's not going to cause further issues. It takes a while for that flood water to go down, and I'm sure there are not enough barricades or people to put them up to go around. So got to have some personal responsibility this morning and not go through the flood water. If you're a boss, manager, employer, and you're watching this, be patient with your employees. They're trying to get to work. They're going to have some trouble doing it in some spots. Now, again, we see some of that heavier rain across eastern portions of the area, Muskingum County, Zanesville. The heaviest rain is just about done. This is heading into Guernsey County over the next little while, starting to enter that area. Had some very heavy rain in our northwestern towns earlier on around Kenton. That's lightened up significantly. Then as we look here, this final band, for the most part, is pushing across the area. Might be a couple more showers after this, but again, even this one is pretty minor. 24-hour rainfall, there you see that band pretty close to the I-70 corridor. Much of it, in fact, the heaviest of it, right in the Columbus metro, where it's hard to take on that kind of water just because of the urban area. There you see that bright color. That's 4, 5, 6 inches of rain, maybe even locally higher in some spots. That's why there's that flash flood warning in place for parts of Franklin, Licking, Fairfield, Pickaway, and Perry counties. That goes for another couple of hours here. Another one back off toward the north and west as well, including northwestern Union County as well. Here's your planner for the day. A few showers yet at 9. Mostly cloudy skies at noon, and there might be another shower that tries to pop up later on today. Otherwise, we'll see some breaks in those clouds later on today with highs in the upper 70s to around 80. All right, lots of traffic to get to. Here's Bree with that.
Yes, and before we get to those live traffic cams, I just want to show you what the big map is looking like this morning. Lots of different colors showing those slower speeds out there. We're looking at about 5 different crashes from around the city, most of them over on the east side. So as you can see, New Albany, places like just south of Bexley, even over by Westerville. We're looking at some delays with those crashes too. But the biggest concern is going to be this incident. It kind of looks crazy, so we're going to break it down for you here. This is in our southwest side, 71, both that northbound and southbound direction impacted after some major ponding out there. You can see it right here in the middle of your screen. That's all water this morning. And now we do have an update. Before, we had 71 southbound, all lanes were completely closed out there. ODOT was actually moving some of the water in the area. Now we do see out in the distance, one lane is open, but man, folks are taking it so slow this morning because I would be scared too, kind of driving through that high water. Also notice that 71 northbound, a little bit slower moving, lots of brake lights out there. That's because we do have about that left lane or that left 2 lanes are closed up ahead. Again, more ponding even on that side of the area for those detours. Just basically getting off 71 southbound, you'll use Frank Road to 62 to 270 eastbound, and then from there you can head back 71. You can also take this vice versa. Tracy.
All right, now we are going to take you out for a look at the current conditions. Again, our crews have been tracking the heavy rain and the widespread flooding all morning.
Right, and 10 TV's Marcia Augustin's gotten that up close look at all of this. She is in the passenger seat there in Licking County this morning. Marcia, what are you seeing?
Colin, good morning. Although the rain may have tapered off in some areas for our viewers, I want to let viewers know if they are heading out this morning, slow down, take it easy when they're behind the wheel because the roads are vicious out here due to the flooding that these storms have left behind. I want to emphasize a flooding safety warning. We've been driving now for a few hours and we had to turn around more than a dozen times. Many roads in the Columbus area are impacted with flooding, and Morris Road and US 62 are heavily impacted with crews actively turning drivers around and already assisting vehicles that are stuck in flood water. The heavy rain created dangerous flooding across the area and drivers are being urged to use extreme caution. Crews are stopping drivers who tried to go through the high levels of water. Drivers had to reverse their cars on Morris Road in 62, where 2 vehicles, like I had mentioned, were already impacted by that water. They were trapped in that flooded water. So back to you guys. We're continuing to drive around the area. We've been in the car for a few hours, and this is what we've been seeing.
All right, Marcia, thank you for the update. Now, if you live in New Lexington, remember there is still a boil water advisory for you this morning. Some reminders about this. The advisory will last until testing proves the water is safe. You should bring water to a rolling boil for at least 1 minute before you consume it. The advisory also applies to filtered water, including from Brita filters.
And we're also seeing a lot of flooding in Logan County. Get a look at these videos from Bell Fountain yesterday. A lot of flooding in the streets there. We know multiple roads had a lot of standing water through yesterday evening as well.
Now, if you are going to be heading out on the roads, there are a few things you should remember. If you encounter any floodwaters, you want to stay far away, don't drive through it, as you can't really tell how deep that water is. If you get stuck, you want to immediately call 911. When in doubt, turn around, don't drown. We are staying on top of the weather along with the impacts. Ponding is an issue out there. Really want to be under the speed limit today. Stay with us right here on 10 TV on our app for the latest updates. If you haven't already, put the app also on your phone because you probably do have some things to do today. Take us with you.